try number 2. Hello Petrocephas, I hope you're still there. Just every once in a while, this is why I've got a second device next to me, is to check these kind of things. That's my audio doesn't turn scratchy. I think it's a Windows issue. Okay, let's try this. It sounds alright now. So we've got fungi that we are trying to evolve. We've infected 3.3 billion, but there's lots of countries that's still very low on the infection rate. Lots of free countries want to get to the islands. One of my first playthroughs killed everyone, but because we didn't infect these 2 islands, they survived, and we failed to kill everyone. Okay, so what do we need next for this? I think I was evolving symptoms and abilities. And this needs 25 points. 30 points. Yeah, so the few countries that does have it, it spreads quite rapidly. Mexico. Diarrhea. Poor country is very vulnerable, faces potentially lethal dehydration. Australia leading global cure effort. Boo for Australia. Blue cure bubbles appear when a research team from Australia finds somewhere. Enigma has mutated and developed the nausea symptom without using DNA points. Nausea is this one. Okay. Slow cure. Wondering, it's 11 DNA points for new countries. How many countries still haven't got it? Ugh. Still too many. Japan's completely free, as is some of the other islands. Not happy about that. Come on, we can spread to the island. Yeah, UK's got it. Fight the cure. Okay, let me check. Caribbean, Baltic states. I think I'm not too worried about the mainland ones. I'm worried about the island ones staying free. They might close their ports. Oh, there we go. Canada's infected. Okay, nice. 40 points. Check. And then the last few, I think I'm gonna say pop the spore bubble. So there's 5 remaining. No, Australia can't help cure the people. Everybody in Australia's got it. Starting to die. Okay. Let's try that. For this one and this one's equivalent now. 12 points. 12 new country. Symptoms. Dysentery. Complete breakdown in the digestive system causes infected sewage, dehydration, starvation, and death. Lethality, seizures. Need to start killing them so they can think of a cure. Got Greenland. 25% complete. Which one was that? Rush. This is infectivity. Hardest to cure. Might go for that one soon. Which countries are still free though? There's still a few free ones. Japan and Indonesia. Philippines in the Caribbean. So come on, can it snow? 75 million. As long as they don't close their borders, we might get a chance to infect them. Close to developing a cure for Enigma. 120 million. Okay, I want one more. Ah, okay, so Japan is now closed one of its ports. They've closed what? They've closed ports. Yeah. Needing more people infected in those countries. Projectile vomiting increases risk of infection. Dehydration. Severity. We don't want to kill the people before they can transmit it. Let's try. 37% cure. No, Australia, stop it. Stop curing people! 300 million. It's very hard to transmit this via sea travel or any kind of travel. Enigma has its genome fully sequenced by scientists. The researchers said that this breakthrough will help cure it. 50%. 20 million. Oh, that's Russia. In the world is nearly a billion. Okay, how many? Caribbean and Philippines are still free. 2 countries. I think we might kill everyone before we spread it far enough. There's only 3 people and 4 people infected. Ooh, insanity. That might be a good one actually. Yep. Makes it harder to spread and cure. So harder to cure. Infectivity. Vomiting. How much is the next one? 15 DNA. The last few people are dying in Japan faster than new people are being infected. Normal life in China is beginning to break it down due to 15 points. We need the last 2 countries. Caribbean is still a safe haven. They've not closed their port. Philippines has. Come on people, we need the last few. Oh, the cure as well. They're developing a cure. Applesoft announced new iCure device to help cure Enigma. Released a TBT. Okay, I think we need something. Oh, more people need to start dying. iCure device announced. 73%. Sneezing and diarrhea are causing unwanted accidents, lowering productivity, and drawing attention to Enigma. Well, infection rates over there very low. Philippines are still free. Southeast Asia shuts down the internet. Don't fearmonger. Totally under control. totally fake news that 2.4 billion people are dead. Okay, just some mild increases in stuff, and then spread to a new country. Fever symptom move out to Indian Apex. Symptoms is, which one is fever? Immune suppression. Fever. Increases in temperature, contagiousness, and severe dehydration, which can be fatal. %. Oh, come on! I need to kill the country spending on the research. It's struggling to. I think I'm gonna lose this one. It's an interesting challenge, though. If it's harder to spread, how do you spread it? 16 point. Almost need it in China as well. It seems like China is the place to start the disease, any kind of disease. Russia. 3.2 billion. Yeah, I think they're gonna survive. I had a 2.4 billion record before when the world developed the cure. See if we can see more people. 50. Coughing and vomiting are causing the infected to projectile vomit, increasing infectivity of Enigma. New president of USA selected. 95%. Okay. Yeah, I think the stage where government breakdown starts to happen and they stop working on the cure need to be happen soon after they start working on it. They need to be very virulent. Stop it, Australia. It's gonna ruin my game. Yeah, I think they're gonna make it. 3.8 billion. 98%. 99%. Mexico exterminates all but the cure for Enigma is finished and is being deployed worldwide. 4.1 billion. Yeah, we struggled in the islands as well. Central Africa is first to fall into anarchy due to Enigma. No cure research can take place. Wow. So, Central Africa, 71% of the population died. The world has survived a devastating plague and will soon eradicate Enigma forever. Although much of the world is dead, the survivors can rebuild and carry humanity forward. Okay. We failed again. The world. 4.3 billion people died due to a fungus. Diarrhea and insanity are causing the people to defecate in public, and everywhere else, everyone is increasingly focused on developing a cure. Enigma has been eradicated. Almost you want it to be... You need to... That's a bit of a trade-off. You need very high or wait a long time for it to spread far enough but not get the governments of the world involved in research it. It's like it's innocent and then bam, it's suddenly deadly. Yeah, I didn't know the spore explosions earlier I used it too early, I think, as well. It infects some of the countries super quickly. But didn't kill them quickly enough. Yep, the world survived. Okay, let's retry. Let's call it. If it's English's. Spyro Outburst. Wary Bug. We'll play it Wary Bug. Excuse me, I'm just gonna blow my nose. You are a new fungus. To win, you must evolve and spread across the world, wiping out all humans in the plague. Select a country to begin your plague. When you click on it, you can see more information. Pop the start bubble to confirm, or click on another country. China. Wary Bug has infected its first human. Weak and unspecialized, it must evolve using DNA points to infect more people. Livestock in China. How all bug stories begin. Wary Bug is a fungus. Fungal spores find it hard to travel large distances, so you must evolve fungal spores' abilities to infect new countries. Pop orange DNA bubbles when they randomly appear to get bonus DNA points, which you can use to evolve your disease. Wary Bug is spreading from person to person in China and will grow exponentially. You control the plague involving it. .45 people infected. It's just a local problem, nobody needs to worry. To find out more about a country, click the country name at the bottom. Increase effectiveness in wealthy countries. Wary Bug has infected hundreds in China, increasing chance that the infected person will infect a healthy person. Keep evolving. A local problem. Nobody in the world needs to worry about it. Where's the local problem? Harder to analyze in the lab. Decreases future research spend. Recent events involving the Danish mafia have prompted the German Chancellor to commission a new investigation into organized crime and antisocial behavior. Wary Bug has mutated and developed the nausea symptom without using DNA points. I think that should be alright. Refund 2 DNA points to devolve. Do want some lethality. Maybe some of the others we can devolve as well. It gets too lethal too quickly. Okay, 5,000 people. 5,000 people. Wary Bug has infected thousands. People are being infected faster and faster. Okay, let's see. Pigeons. Increased mutation, infectivity, and land-based transmission. do want water and air as well. Just a local problem, the rest of the world has nothing to worry about. It's internal problem to China. Nobody says anything about us, alright? Nobody says anything. We will deal with it. Western media, it's an overblown thing. We do not need to worry. Totally overblown. A few isolated cases. Develop rash symptoms without using DNA. And give that one. It's going to be tough for some of our islands to get the islands before, or have enough points to get to the islands. UK votes for Brexit. I have enough points left and people alive to spread to the islands, but not enough that they can actually finish their research. Very good balance. Pathogen can survive outside the body in fresh or warm water. Increases infectivity, especially in humid environments and social contagion. Air pollution. It's not a disease, it's an air pollution problem, and we will deal with it. Internal problem. Kazakhstan has been infected. Your disease has taken an important step in becoming a plague. When a new country is infected, pop the red bubble, get awareness in it. We will help Kazakhstan. It's totally what they are experiencing, it's not ours. Very infectious. What? Randomly. Russia. Russia. Very bug is infecting more countries. Control where it goes by evolving transmission traits in the disease. Pakistan. Very bug has infected more people in the world than HIV. It's extremely infectious disease. Smoke pollution, we'll deal with it. It's an internal problem. Western media is blowing this out of proportion. Travel on adult particles. More drug resistance, preemptively. Develop a vomiting symptom without using DNA. Vomiting increases risk of infection. That's a nice one. I wonder if we actually need to, because this is just hypothesizing, because we've only have 5 countries involved and they're not big funders of research. We want to grow the lethality at the same time as infection can spread. So this country is now 500 million, start doing the lethal stuff, and they're the only country that actually spend on research, but we kill them off before they can actually get there. Pop red infect bubbles when they appear when you infect another country. For example, pulmonary edema or diarrhea. Coffee. Just a small one. Local problem, nobody needs to worry. In a normal checkup, a doctor in China found a new disease which has been named Wary Bug. It appears to be mostly harmless but must be investigated further. Other countries are also reporting this. The local problem is air pollution. The doctor is mistaken. He has been sent for re-education. One more transmission. And can do something. Pulmonary edema. Pulmonary fibrosis. Potentially fatal heart abnormality causes breakdown of respiratory system and releasing pathogen into the air. The local problem is just air pollution and we are working on it. We are following international standards on air pollution. First death being confirmed in China. Bad luck was the beginning of something terrible. It's a local problem, we are dealing with it. Do not get involved in internal affairs. China is first to instruct doctors to begin research into a cure for worry bugs. Without greater funding, it's expected to take a long time. Everyone in China is infected. Okay. Slowly spreading. Now worry bug is beginning to spread around the world. Use the world data menu to see which countries are not infected yet. China has become the first country to try limit the spread of worry bug by limiting access into and out of time. We'll tell of this later. Okay, so they closed the airports, but we are spreading. I hope to spread by port. Not this solution. Diarrhea. Inability to sleep makes people irritable and less productive. I'm gonna go this way to get this one, paranoia. Less likely to go and seek treatment. As long as it keeps spreading. Worry bug has infected more people in the world than the common cold. It's the ultimate infectious disease. Just the people's imagination that the cough that they've got is this strange fungus infection. Paranoia. They've been diagnosed with paranoia and they have been sent for treatment. As mutated and develop the inflammation symptom without using DNA points. Inflammation obstructs bodily process. Swelling can obstruct breathing and be fatal. Diarrhea or pulmonary fibrosis. Sneezing. Do a bit of spreading. Diarrhea. Bit more vectors. This one. I think that's enough. Start killing them at 1%. People are dying in Pakistan faster than new people are being infected.